Hi, my name is Teacher Caroline, and this is Quick Tips for VIPKid. Today I'd like to give you a brief tour of my online classroom. I'll show you 4 sections: my background, props, desktop, and a little bit of storage. So let's get started. First, let's take a look at my background. As you can see right now, I have a Chinese New Year background to celebrate the season. I bought this for $4.97, that includes shipping, from Oriental Trading Company a couple of years ago. It did include all of the animals, so I can swap them out from year to year. And I tend to get a lot of comments from parents in feedback that they really liked that I had a Chinese New Year backdrop, so it's something to consider if you are interested. My new backdrop I got for Christmas for myself is this. The design, the personalized design, was $10 on Etsy. I can link the shop below if you're interested in checking it out. And it did cost $30 to print at Vistaprint. And I really like how smooth it looks and professional in my opinion. So it's my newest cool thing I'm excited about for 2020. I'm sure many of you experienced teachers can agree that my backdrop has seen many iterations, some busier than others, but I'm excited about the sleek look I've got going on for the upcoming year. Next, let's take a look at how I organize my props. First, I want to mention that I have 3 young boys, so I have many toys available to use as props in my classroom. If that's not your life situation, please don't be discouraged. In fact, sometimes I feel like the more props I pile on to my classroom, the harder it is to get that one-on-one connection with my student because I'm just juggling so many things in my hands. So minimal props is an awesome way to go, keeps it clean and simple, and enables you to really focus on the child. That said, I have boxes and boxes of props because I just happen to have them available. So I have them organized into 6 boxes. I know you can't see, but down here I've got an animal box, a food box, a puppets and stuffed animal box. This is miscellaneous, mostly transportation and weather. Here I have most used, which I plan to make a future video about my most used props, things like tambourine, magnifying glass. And finally I have a box, another miscellaneous, and it is mostly sports, clothing, home, things like that. Here I have flashcards of a variety, whiteboards, and these boxes are empty. I use them to prepare for each class. So each class gets a box of props to use for that class. And that's a little bit about prop storage. All right, now that we've talked about the background and the props, I'd like to show you some key items that I keep available to me at my desktop. The first is a microphone. I mostly use this for question and answer when the student is having a hard time speaking up. I also have a clipboard on which I take notes. I have a shower caddy with a whole bunch of 2-dimensional props on sticks. And I have what I call my yes/no cards. I use these a lot when a student is just giving me that one-word response, no. I might hold up a full sentence that works in that situation to encourage those full English sentences. And that's really about it. I have some friendly reminders to myself stuck next to my screen. Here, I can show you. All these Post-it notes, things that I want to remember, like what to do if I have a fast finisher or what to remember to do in between classes. I hope to make a future video going into more detail about that. But that's a little bit about my desktop. And finally, I wanted to share a little bit about some storage that I use for my classroom. Now this is just a fun share, it's not very important to what I do, but I have this antique desk. It's a little bit off camera, so I'll show a picture to you. It used to be in my childhood home in the basement, and I would spend hours down there pretending to be a teacher, teaching my stuffed animals and my invisible students with my desk. And it cracks me up that here I am in my basement again, teaching. So anyway, in it I keep some background decorations and some rewards that I use occasionally, but I just had to share my favorite desk. That concludes my quick tour of my classroom. If there's anything you want to know more about, please feel free to make a comment below and I will try to answer that or make a future video about that topic. And I do want to say this is a great classroom to teach in, but it's been kind of a long time coming. It took me 2 years to get to this point. There were times when I was in the tiniest little corner of my laundry room, or times when I spent hours creating a background only to decide to move to a completely different part of the house and have to start all over again. I do love my current setup only because it truly allows me to connect with my student. I don't feel distracted by the items in my environment. I move fluidly through the space, and it really does support my teaching, which is the whole point. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to making future videos, so please subscribe if you're interested in seeing them. Bye!